You really woke up on something today, huh?
Nah, fuck that.
You woke up on a vibe
No,
today.
I don't wake up on a vibe. I don't wake up on a
going on?
vibe. No, you talk to
No, I just wanted to discuss this. I wanted to see what you guys thought about it. We have elections coming up the 8th of May.
Free public
It's
holiday.
like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's
10
actually
days.
10 days. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, that's not that. And I still have no idea who I'm voting for.
Why not?
So, huh?
Why not?
Because nobody said anything to me that made me go, oh,
Have
okay,
you been
cool.
listening?
Yes, of course.
Have you been reading their manifestos of what
Not
each and-
in its entirety.
So technically speaking, is it their fault that they're not saying
Yes.
anything to you specific,
Yes.
or is it your fault for not actually going
No,
out of your way to
I've-
try and read the
thing is,
manifestos?
I've went out of my way to try and read some of them, but the thing is that none of the things you're saying are actually resonating with me.
Did you read the EFF manifesto of what they're trying to do and what their plan is?
Not in its entirety, but
Do
you
read-
can
do you-
help me.
No, why do you help
me.
me? Nigga, why you help me?
Wait, that's the thing, let's discuss it. Why don't you want to discuss
do you
it?
read what the ANC says?
Why
you read
do you-
what
okay.
IFP says?
Okay, why
you
do
read
you
the Freedom Front Plus?
Why do you not want to discuss
What about the
it?
DA?
What's the issue?
I didn't say I don't want to discuss it. I'm just asking
I'm telling you what
I'm asking, right?
I'm telling you what I've done, right? And I'm asking, so you know all this information. You sat down and you read every manifesto in its entirety. What is the EFF saying?
No,
Tell me.
I haven't read every single manifesto in the entirety.
Tell me.
I'm
'Cause
asking
you were
you.
there when
No,
they
no,
drew it
no.
up.
No. You see what I mean? You see act. You see.
When Julius said, the son of the soil, you were like, yes, I like that slogan.
I like this nigga.
Let's go with that.
That's my slogan.
That's my
Nah,
president.
fuck that thing. Like, I don't like to talk politics, and the reason why I don't like to talk politics is because every single person feels as though, how can I put it? There's nobody who's wrong in this.
Right.
Because I feel strongly about, just because I feel strongly about the Freedom Front Plus.
Right, okay.
Let's just say, right? I feel strongly about this. This is my political views.
Yeah.
You feel strongly about this thing because these are your political views. But the problem is that it's never going to end because I can tell you 10 things about them. You can tell me 10 things about your thing. I can tell you 10 things about what's wrong with your thing. You can tell me 10 things what's wrong about my thing.
Okay.
And that's the unfortunate part about politics is that it never ever ends. And then it gets to a point where people start to judge you based on your political affiliations. That's why I don't like to talk politics with people. Because when I talk politics with people, I'm not talking it because I just, I am for a particular, party or anything like that. I talk politics because I actually want to engage what your thought process is when you chose this party.
Do you think?
And if your thought process on this party, I want to question it, and I'm going to want, and not because I'm trying to get you. Ha! I caught you. No.
Yeah.
I'm questioning you because I really want to know what is the logic that you used in order for you to
wanna see a
decide that
different perspective.
I want to do this.
Yeah, you want to see a different side of whatever it is.
But I'll never tell you what my political affiliations are.
So when it comes to especially when it comes to artists and them performing at the different rallies and shit, do you think that then solidifies their affiliation?
No, it's money, dude.
So you
It's money.
they can choose to, so they can
You
go
can choose.
DA, EFF, FF plus. They can do the whole thing,
Hey, man.
perform everywhere.
Do
Are
you,
there
bro?
South
And then
African
get that money.
artists would be my question. Yes, they are. So yes.
So then,
But
They're
like,
representing South Africa.
there are artists who choose a political side.
That is true.
There
Okay.
are those.
But they're very vocal about it,
Yeah,
generally.
just like in America when they're like, oh my gosh, I'm a Democrat. My nigga, you ain't a Democrat. You want that money, B. If you're performing at these things, you want that money. You're there for the money as well. So whenever they bring an artist to try and help push this, that you ain't doing nothing for me, man. That's entertainment.
it's pandering.
That's entertainment. You ain't doing nothing for me, man.
You're not falling for
Tell
the
me
trick.
what you're gonna do. Tell me what you're gonna do for our country, for not just for our country, but for my municipality. For the greater good of the youth, for the greater good of not just women, but for men as well. Because the fact is that we've been focusing so much on men that we forget to take care of focusing so much on women that we forget to take care of the men as well. Because we're out here building strong women and supporting strong women, but we're not
Who are
preparing
these-
the men
To be
able to.
Yeah, who are
match
these,
those
who are
strong
these
men.
strong women going to marry? Because they can't.
No, because they're all gonna say, no, men don't want strong women.
dude, we're not prepared for them. We don't know what.
We don't know
they do.
y'all. We
You
don't
guys
know
are-
you.
You guys are
and,
new
then,
people.
and then when we try to get to know you, then
Like,
you,
Like,
and that's one of the reasons. I always make this joke. Sorry, side note. It was one of the reasons why I used to complain about dating women in Joburg, especially black women in Joburg, right? it's not about being overly opinionated, but it's about touch is a move. You are ready to attack everything and anything, even though it has nothing to do with you as a person. We are just merely having a conversation. Oh this. You see, this is why I don't deal with ain't shit niggas.
I love that line. Ain't shit niggas. Like
I don't.
Yo,
but
that is
that's the thing, though, and that's one of the things that
gotta
I've
have an
always
opinion.
hated. This thing of strong women. It doesn't mean because you're strong you have to attack everything. That's not
true.
the thing.
you can be
That's
strong
true.
and silent.
You
I'm so
can
happy
be
you
strong
said
and we
that.
can have a discussion and you can pose your points and I can pose mine and we can talk and it could be nice. But because of the fact that you're holding on to the strong independent woman thing, nah, you fight with everyone.
Right.
And because you fight with everyone, you push everyone away.
Right.
And that's what I just can't
But
I
then
can't stand that.
But then at the same time, she still wants to be. Sorry, this is a segue, and I actually like where this. I like where this went. I'm very happy that we are here.
No.
Okay, Jesus Christ, this nigga is such an angry brother. He's a strong black man. Eh?
You're a strong black man. From Joburg. Especially the Joburg. I wanted the Joburg one specifically, my nigga.
So-
Anywhere else you get out of Joburg, people are so nice. They can be strong and still have a conversation.
Joburg Air.
Hey, bro, get into
Joburg
Joburg. It's
Air-
like, oh my God.
Joburg Air makes us angry.
Yeah, that's why y'all are fucking single. That's why you guys end up dating married men. Married men don't give a fuck. Yeah, they'll entertain you shit just because they fuck. But once they're done, they're out of there.
Doug, you just brought up two really good topics that I've been wanting to discuss. All of a sudden, this polygamy thing is being spread online right now.
What?
Wait, we're still talking about elections. Can we go? Let's
Okay,
not forget
okay.
the
So, no, the reason is
strong black women.
Strong black women and elections. Okay, we're gonna put a pin in the strong black woman. We're gonna put the pin in the
Elections.
no elections. We're gonna continue now.
Yeah.
Okay, so why I wanted to discuss it was because who do you believe is most affected by the elections? So whichever party
Strong
wins.
black women. I'm sorry.
So,
I'm stupid.
Like in terms of the population, the people of this country, who's most affected by the direction that the vote goes, whether it's ANC, EFF, or DA, who suffers the most, or who benefits the most, or how does this shit? How do you see things going, or how do you guys see things going for the next 4 years after this election?
That's why I don't like giving my political views, man. I don't like giving my political views because for me personally, I always see the glass as being half full, not half empty. So I'm optimistic about everything. Even during the Zuma campaign, I was optimistic about everything. I was very optimistic about it, that things could go well. Yes, things are horrible with regards to him taking money or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? And I've always said it's the same thing as what happens all across the world. Corruption is everywhere, all over the world. It's not just synonymous with just South Africa. But the difference between why, you won't hear much of the corruption in Germany is because of the fact that they're actually getting their services right.
Right.
And once you start delivering services,
can do it
the
People stop paying
population stop
attention.
looking at you
Yeah.
and won't pay attention because of the fact that your service, you're delivering on all cylinders.
And nothing to complain about.
I don't care how many millions you're taking.
You deserve
services, Services are right.
It's almost like
all
a
right, cool.
you-
Take yourself. Give
You guys
yourself,
are-
give yourself a bonus.
You're working hard.
Yeah,
That's
give
the
yourself a
thing,
bonus.
though. I kind of also get upset with that. People want to jump on this whole corruption. Like those are our only and our biggest problems. They're really not, guys. Those are the smaller problems that we are now just looking at, and we're being forced to look at because everything's a mess. That's the reality.
Even when you turn on, like when they talk about state capture. Yo, man, the state was captured a
Long time ago.
And you just don't-
Like long before the coup.
Yeah.
Long before
yeah.
that. Like long before. Like, and here's the thing, though. Here's the crazy thing. We just found out about the Guptas.
Yes.
Nah. We just recently found out about Bosasa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think about all the other shit that we don't know
Don't know
yet.
exactly.
The things that we don't know
Oh,
yet.
the shit that's still happening.
Of the shit that's still happening.
And happening.
Like the real state capture started back in the days of Transnet.
Yes.
Even before that, real state capture actually happened during the party days.
Yes.
So,
The
in
state
all
was captured.
honesty,
Apartheid was state captured.
we inherited a state that was already captured.
And we didn't even know it.
And we
there's
didn't take it
nothing
out
we
of there.
can- Not even we
We're
don't know
trying
it.
to fix
We on the ground level don't know it.
The
And I
niggas-
don't even think that we are trying to fix it.
No.
It's
Like that's what I've said
Is it
before.
not
like
too far gone?
That's what I said before. Like when they changed Zuma and they put in Ramaphosa. It was the same thing. I always joke. I'm like, it was just Game of Thrones, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody on the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
We swapped, and the person who's on the Iron Throne is not Ramaphosa or Zuma.
Exactly.
Before it was the
somebody-
Guptas.
it's whoever-
Now it's back to the Ruperts.
Whoever has
Exactly.
the biggest
before,
pockets.
because before Zuma, it was the Ruperts.
Exactly.
Oh, no, but we don't
And
speak
then
about
now
them.
that Ramaphosa's back on,
No, but we-
it's the Ruperts who are back on
but
there.
we don't speak about the Ruperts because at the end of the day, the Ruperts don't do things like what the Guptas did.
Why?
right?
Because the
Because
Ruperts
they
are
don't-
hush-hush.
Yeah.
No, because they've
they
been
know
doing
how
it for much
to-
longer.
They've
They've got
been doing it for
experience.
years.
They know how
They've
to,
got experience.
They know how to actually be
What,
that
steal money?
party behind. Yeah, they know how to be the leaders behind the leader. Whereas the Guptas were like, you know what, stuff you niggas, we're gonna fly straight into your military base and bring everybody from India
Yeah,
to come through. and
they
hang with
show
them.
their ass.
The unfortunate part is that they were blatant with their shit.
They're
Yeah.
disrespectful.
They were overt.
Yeah.
The unfortunate part is they were overt. The other ones are covert. It doesn't make
Did any better.
It doesn't make any of the ones better.
Captain CSI. Overts and coverts.
But the problem about it is that they're both wrong and they both are the messed up part.
Right.
And like the question now about where we see South Africa going, the real question is whether or not Ramaphosa will have, and because we all know that ANC is going to win the elections. I mean, let's
Come
all
on,
be
guys.
honest. You know what I mean? DA is
Really?
going to, yes.
Yeah.
ANC
I
is
can't
gonna
believe that. I thought that EFF was gonna win the whole cake and it was gonna be son of the soil.
I can tell you, EFF will get a larger majority.
Yes, than they did
We'll
last
have a
election.
huge, like the EFF is growing at an exponential
Okay,
rate.
I agree. The
And I think-
ANC ain't going
and
anywhere.
the DA are losing a lot of votes.
Credibility.
They've lost their credibility. They've lost a lot of their votes.
Well, I mean,
Largely-
but you can't always say, well, he's bad.
Yeah.
Okay, but what are you gonna do? No, he's bad.
DA
Like,
always comes with no solution, and that
it's
just
like a
bugs
tattletale.
everybody.
Like that's what the
It's
DA is.
ridiculous.
The DA is like it's more of a tattletale than
Snitches.
anything else.
Yeah.
I'm telling
And
you,
snitches
girl,
get stitches.
It's like
Exactly.
you cheat on your girl and you say, no, but he also
Oh, he
cheated.
also cheated.
And then she's like, no, but dog.
Okay, but no, what are you gonna do? No, but like
Look at that guy.
Look at him. He's cheating.
no, but
Yeah, but he's cheating though. He's cheating as well though.
can you acknowledge that? Yes. Okay.
And the crazy thing is that, like, and the problem about the way that the DA has set themselves up is the problem with them is that white South Africans who have always been DA supporters don't feel like they want to vote
Right,
for the DA
because they don't
it's
believe in what's happening,
We
yeah.
don't know what all you guys are doing you are either reiterating what the EFF has been complaining
Right.
about,
Or
yeah,
just pointing out new shit.
or pointing out new shit that is unsubstantiated.
Right. So how do you help us?
Hoping that someone will investigate and find out. And then, after all of that, your internal processes are fucked up. To an extent where how you guys tried to get rid of Patricia de Lille, right? What you guys are doing in Pretoria with the
mess.
fact that, people that are put in place don't even have the necessary qualifications. Now that you look at Johannesburg as well, with Mayor Herman Mashaba, with the whole Alex
The way
debacle,
he handled
you know the problem with the Alex thing, whether or not you think that it's an ANC-led thing or not,
Doesn't matter.
dude, go there.
Yes.
You have to.
Go there, show face.
No, he went there and
No,
he
he didn't.
insulted. No, he
No.
didn't.
Do you know when he
got
went there?
And he insulted
Do you know when he went
after
there?
the shits.
You know when
Yeah,
he
he
went
went
there? He
there
went there like a
after.
week or two
Yeah, he did.
afterwards.
Yes, but the thing is, he still went there and he
and then
insulted.
insulted. And then it's like, but dude, like, I can guarantee you this much. You have lost their vote. Even a person who was neutral, who didn't know anything that's
Not
happening in Alex.
interested. Not
Didn't know
interested
anything.
after that.
They go
I
another
agree.
way.
Now it's like, wait, hang on. But why are you going there and insult? No, most of these guys were drunk.
How?
And this. Okay.
What's your point?
You can't. You lead.
So that's why.
the thing.
That's why. So the whether and the problem is that you end up not hearing or not understanding or not even looking at what the DA is
Has
trying
to
do.
offer, right.
I love the Coolio look though. So anyway,
It's random.
sorry. So it's been on my mind. But anyway, like it's just that's how I feel. And the EFF, what the EFF has done, and whether or not they've been causing noise or whatever the case may be, they've been slowly going about their business. Right, having rallies,
Presence in the right places.
They're having the rallies
Getting the
in
masses.
places that are not specifically on the radar of most people.
Right.
Because what usually happens, where they're going to have a rally at, they're going to have it at more often than not. We're going to have it in affluent places.
Yes.
So we'll have it in Joburg, we'll have it in Pretoria, we'll have Cape Town, we'll have Durban. No one's going to Bloemfontein.
No one's going to Kimberley.
No one's going to Kimberley.
Uppingtons.
No one's going around. No one's going to the hood in Soshanguve.
Yeah, there.
No one's going there.
There's no cell reception.
No one's going to those places
And telling and help
and
Asking
having the
questions.
conversations and showing the people that, guys, we're here for y'all. And because of that, the ANC is garnering so much, and not the ANC, I mean the EFF. And even when the EFF says, like, even when Julius says, guys, I'm not saying I don't like white people. I'm not saying I hate white people. But I'm just saying that they don't need to have land.
I like the rebrand.
And that's the thing that he's saying.
A great rebrand.
He's saying, guys, we want white people to vote
We
for
need
us.
them.
We need them. No,
them.
in fact, he
Because
has turned
the
around
new-
and said we
because
need
the new
them.
South Africa is going to benefit all, not just one race.
And it was a great
You see,
rebrand.
and that's what the EFF has been pushing. And because they've been pushing that,
They're
I'm not saying
getting
it's going to get white people to vote for him.
But they're getting the votes.
But
the
white
fact
people
is that-
feel safe at least, in a sense.
I'm not saying white people feel safe. Like, it's a strong word to use. I'm saying is that EFF is not saying, is really not about that life of saying, hey man, we don't want you guys here. Yes, you like, but at the same time, they've been honest about the fact that, do you know how we feel about you? You know how we feel about you. But we're not saying leave. You don't have to leave.
You can stay.
We need you
want
here. We need you here because in order for us to build the South Africa, they will benefit us all.
We need you.
We need y'all. Yeah, we need y'all as well. The ANC, the unfortunate part about the ANC is that, and I said before, the ANC is going to win the vote. So digress and come back.
Yeah.
ANC is going to win the vote. The question now is, the problem with the ANC is that it's split in two. And it's not like the factions haven't always been there.
Thank you.
The factions have
But
always
it's-
been
no,
there.
but they've become
now
more
it has come to
pronounced.
light.
Yes.
And now we are seeing the constant infighting within the ANC.
Yes.
You know, and because we're seeing the constant infighting within the ANC, the question now beckons is that if I vote for the ANC,
Who am I getting?
Will Ramaphosa still be the
Right.
president
Or will
by
you-
next
Who
year?
am I
you guys
getting?
pull your stuff?
Exactly.
Will he still be the ANC president by next
Because
year?
if
who's
you're
vice?
voting, you're voting to have Ramaphosa as your president. However, you're not sure of that
Who's Cyril's
fact.
running mate?
No, he doesn't have a running mate, dude. Like,
They
I'm
haven't
just
picked one.
saying, who's
As-
who would be
as-
vice?
as vice, David Mabuza, he's the current deputy president.
So he
he's
would
gonna stay.
continue.
And
then
already,
if they pull-
Ramaphosa and
David
Mabuza
Are
are on
separating.
separate factions.
See, that's the thing that doesn't make sense. Like, how do you have? This is my running mate is this, but not not my running mate, but my deputy is this person. But I'm here and they here.
No,
We have
because
differing-
as a president, you don't choose
Yeah,
who
you don't choose.
who your deputy
Yeah.
is. It's
Your
based on the
cabinet.
amount of
Who's
votes
inside.
that ANC
It's about your
structures
cabinets, yeah.
allocate. So if the amount of votes in the ANC structures allocate, for David Mabuza and they're pushing this, then Mabuza's going to be the president.
So
He's going to be the deputy.
we could see the same thing that happened with Jacob and with Thabo in the sense of, okay, ANC is unhappy or whatever with the current president. They unseat him and then David.
And it's not even the ANC.
David slots in.
It's not even the ANC. It's about the fact that it's a particular person. Like, let's just say I am David Mabuza. I garner enough support within the ANC structures, within the ANC top 6, and within the ANC NEC. The overall NEC.
Yeah.
Right. If I can garner enough support, then I can push for ANC at the next conference to be the ANC president. And as the ANC president, you are the de facto president then. In order for you to become the president of, from an ANC perspective, if you are the president of the ANC, then you are the president of South Africa.
Okay.
You can't be the president of South Africa and not be the president of the political party from the ANC perspective.
But I imagine it's the same with everybody else. You have to be the president
Yeah,
of your-
look, you know what, man? The DA. Case in point, DA. DA's presidential nominee is Mmusi Maimane.
Yes.
But let's not kid ourselves that Umam Helen is the one who runs everything.
Yeah,
So
for
you
sure.
so she's
So you see
DA
what I
could
mean?
win and then Helen could be like, I'm president.
No.
No,
okay.
Helen will
but
tell
we
you.
know that
will tell you what
we
to
know
do.
that Helen
Any-
is running
any-
the,
any-
the
any decisions that are
ropes
made.
at the back.
Yeah.
It's made by Helen. Just like
Musi,
in-
you just go tell them what I told you.
Yeah. And just like, but in the ANC as well, as the ANC president, yes, you are the president. But what's important is that in the top 6, if in the top 6 of the ANC are part of your faction or your allies, then you are able to make the decisions that you want.
Right.
But if the top 6 are not part of your faction,
You struggle.
it's actually going to be very hard for you to make certain decisions and push certain ideas.
Right.
Because if you are not about pushing land reform,
The vote
and the
will
top
always
6
be
is trying to
against
push
you.
land reform,
Yeah,
land reform,
exactly.
it's always going to be against you. That means that whenever you push land reform as a president, you're going to be doing it half-heartedly.
Right.
Because your heart is not in it. You are only doing it because of the fact that the top
it's
6
been
is
forced.
telling you to do this.
Right.
Do you understand? Dude, the reason why I really don't like talking politics because
Yeah, I mean, we
there's so
can
many
tell.
layers.
We can tell you don't like talking
No,
about
I don't.
politics.
There's so many layers and there's so many layers to try and understand and to try and dissect.
Okay, so let me give you guys my reasoning as to why I put this topic there twice, and now this is the time when we actually
third
do
time,
address
actually,
this. Yes,
that-
the third time.
Yeah.
The reason why is because I wanted to find a way to educate the people of our age group and younger, and the people who do consume our show around the elections and around what's actually going on. And I feel like both you guys just gave them very valuable information that they can go and research themselves. You can now take the next step and go, okay, cool, I at least now there's manifestos, oh, there's this to read, oh, okay, cool, I didn't know that you needed to be
I think a lot of
president
people
to-
don't actually know where to even find the information.
Yeah, people
and the
can find it on
reality
Twitter.
is like actually even this out to the political parties. I get going out there to the areas, and in fact, that's what you need to be doing. But at the same point is you don't even promote yourselves properly to us, the educated, right here, who are sitting, who went to school to learn about you. We don't know enough about you to make a educated decision to actually decide to vote for you, and
know-
that's a problem.
You know why
That's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem.
No, it
I
is a
agree.
problem.
I think it is.
I think
It's
it's
not
a very big
It's not a
problem.
I mean, if I was there as well, I wouldn't
I think it's a very big
I
problem.
wouldn't try and get
It's
you
your
guys to.
it's your
I wouldn't try to
economy.
get
How
you
do
guys
you
on
not
board.
get your
I'm not gonna
economy
try and get you guys on
motivated?
board.
Why not?
You guys are a small
minority?
Yes, small minority.
A very, very small
No,
group.
miniature
You guys do not
minority.
sway the way
vote.
they let the vote. You
No,
don't
we
sway the
don't,
vote.
but we
You know
do
why?
hold
no,
the
no,
money.
No, the problem about you is that, and when I say you,
We hold the money.
let me explain to you this way. It's not about whether you hold the money or not. The question being is about, will I have enough votes in order for me to make the kind of decisions that I need to make?
I hear you. To get the power.
Getting you on my side. I don't need you on my side.
No,
The only
that I
way-
fully understand.
the only way I would get you on my side is if I cut taxes. The people with the money, they just want to know, okay, fine, are you gonna reduce taxes? People with the money don't care about unemployment. I can guarantee you that much. I'm telling you, the general consensus of like unemployment is not high on their priority list.
I hear you.
What's high on their priority list is taxes, is whether or not we're going to funding and whether or not the economy is going to be running. And people with money don't care whether or not if the economy is whether the economy is shaped in a way that if it grows, it helps to grow as well as create employment.
Right.
They just wanted to grow their.
They just wanted to grow the economy so that they can invest more, they can do this, and make more money.
And surely,
That's
surely, though, them being a part of it and actually coming out to
Nope.
tell you would educate you.
Nope.
Surely.
Nope.
Surely.
Trust me on this. Yeah, I've seen this happen. I've seen it happen so many times, and that's the downfall of the DA. They focused on white people and the black elite.
I can see that. And I mean, yeah, we've been speaking about
And
it
you're a
for a while.
minority.
Not me and you,
It's a
but like
minority.
us.
It's a minority. It's a minority.
There's a lot of DA posters around.
Yeah,
like,
they're around here.
Sandton area.
Yes.
I don't want to hear from the
not
DA,
enough.
though.
Not
That's
enough
not
of the
who
EF.
I'm interested
Not
in
enough
hearing
of the
from.
EFF. Not enough
That's
of the EFF.
exactly
no
my
ANC,
point.
IFP.
That's
none.
that's
Nigga, I've not
exactly
seen-
my problem.
I had to leave
but that's
here to go see
exactly
IFP
my
posters.
problem.
And I was like, oh,
I
shit,
know
that's
nothing
all
about the
complaining.
rest of you.
But that's the thing, though. You are not the target market
For
it.
sure.
You're not the target market of the larger majority.
Am I not part of this country?
You are part of the country,
Am I
but
not
you are
the-
not part of the target market
So,
of the
in
people who
reality,
can actually
though,
make a difference
I hear
in terms
you.
of
So
the
I
votes
still
that
don't
I
get
need.
to know anything, though. Is your point?
What?
Your point is it's still irrelevant to give me information.
I
Is
never
that
said
your
it's
point?
irrelevant.
Oh, wow.
I'm not saying it's irrelevant. I'm saying that you are not the target market. So
For sure.
since you are not the target market, I am not
gotta
going
go
to go
find it
out of
yourself.
my way to try and educate you.
You gotta go do it yourself.
I'm not going to go out of my
Which
way.
is why
I
we're
will have the
having-
information
but that's
ready.
why we're having
like
this
you, do you know how I
conversation.
educate? Do you know how I educate you?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it online.
Okay.
You can go on. I can you educated. Netand internet ne sharp. Go Google what we are on about.
Okay.
And that's the crazy part.
What am I Googling?
ANC Manifesto.
What am I Googling?
Google
Okay.
ANC Manifesto.
We're gonna give you guys the link.
Yeah.
You can go to
No,
politics web.
not even politics web. I say go onto the ANC website.
Oh, I didn't even know
in fact,
that.
politics web I think is dope actually as well.
I
Right,
didn't know the ANC
but
had a
go into
website.
the ANC website, go onto the EFF website, go onto DA, go onto IFP, go onto all these little political
See,
parties.
that's the thing,
Go
is
to the Daga party as
Is
well.
it ANC.com, ANC.co.za?
Why don't you just say ANC website? How about that?
Nah, I
Google
thought,
ANC
you see, I
website.
must be able. I must be able to put in ANC, and your website must come up first.
.co.za, exactly.
Not
you
EW.
see the problem of going to the educated
ANC 1912.
No,
So this is the.
I don't want to have to go into like.
No, nobody wants
the
to do that.
the
Not even the
problem-
uneducated
No,
wants
let
to
me
be
tell you something.
bouncing around
Exactly.
between websites.
The uneducated is not going to go onto
Yes.
the website. They're going to go to the rallies.
Yes, that's what
They're
they
going
are.
to go there and to hear the manifesto live and dangerous. You are going to go here.
It doesn't take away from
No, I'm-
Live and
it still
dangerous.
doesn't take away from the fact that we're not getting enough
Guys,
information.
I am-
Whether you're going to the rallies or whether you're not,
But guys,
still doesn't take away from the fact that
Since
people,
you are not the
the
target
people are not
market,
getting the
since
right
you are not the
information.
target market, nah, do you? Let me ask you this question. Nah, you're marketing something.
Alright, guys, just go.
Right,
to
you're marketing something, right?
So you're
A
okay
product.
with
Wait,
the
you're-
wrong information
No,
being
I'm
led
not
to
saying
either
wrong.
the
There's
people.
no wrong information.
Thank you,
I'm
and that's
asking
all
you
my
this
point
que-
is.
But I have not asked you the question. I haven't even finished asking the question. You're already telling me about the wrong information. If you are marketing a product, Suli is not your target market.
Right,
Suli stays in Bryanston.
right.
Or Suli stays in Sandton. He is not your target market. Are you going to go out of your way to try and market something to Suli, who is not your target market? Are you going to go to Sandton, spend that extra money to go to Sandton to go and market to Suli, who is not your target market, right? Who represents 0.001% of the votes that you could get, right? Or are you going to really...
What?
Okay, why don't you just rather go here and Google DA Manifesto?
Okay, cool. Doug, calm down. You do you.
So you know what I mean? Like, you are not going to go out of your way to market to someone who stays in Sandton, who represents 0.01%. It's not going to be high on your priority list.
I fully understand
Because-
this though, but you're repeating yourself. You still haven't answered my question.
What is your question?
My question is that whether or not I'm your target market, should the information still not be directed to me? Should I still not know what's going on? Whether
should
or
know.
not
You should
I
know.
am
You should
the
know.
main or not, the fact is that they are not even getting the information to me, which tells me chances are even those masses are not getting the information.
The masses are
and
getting
that
it.
is where I'm showing the problem.
No, but they are marketing to the masses. They are marketing to the masses. All around the masses, they are having manifesto meetings. They are having the rallies. There are posters everywhere. They are marketing
So
to the
then
masses.
there you go.
They
Thank
are on
you, guys.
local radio. Wait,
we
hang
got
on.
our answer.
Hang
We
on.
need to
They
go to
are-
where the masses are to find out these
No,
this
you see, now
information.
you're being sarcastic.
I'm not.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
being
No,
realistic.
you're being sarcastic.
No,
You
I'm
can
being
be realistic without
realistic.
being sarcastic.
I'm being
No, but there's
realistic.
a difference between being realistic and being sarcastic.
No, I'm not trying
okay,
to
it's
be
fine.
sarcastic.
I'm gonna
actually
take
being
that back.
realistic.
Okay, I'm gonna take that back.
And the reality
Let me-
is that thank you. What the point is that we fully understand where the
No,
main,
because the thing is, I can hear by the way that you're questioning. The way you are questioning already tells me
I'm questioning.
what motive, or rather, the narrative that you already have that's built up in your head. That okay, so I need to go to the masses in order to get
No.
information. No, but that's what you said. That's exactly what you
Listen,
said.
dude.
Okay, so let me take it back. Let me rather put it this way.
Dude.
Rather. Let me put it this way.
Okay.
In terms of what
No,
you said.
I'm putting it
Let me
down
put
in
this way.
basic terms
The
here.
information is there. The
I'm putting it
information
in
is
basic
available.
terms.
Right? The only reason why the information is so much more readily available to the masses is because they are not going to go online to try and get information.
Mm-hmm.
You guys in here, in the, and I want to be
because
delicate
everyone
about
that
it.
lives in the north is rich, eh?
No, I want to put it delicately. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everyone in the north is
All of them,
rich.
yeah.
No, I'm saying the people whoever in the north have got, a certain level of, what, I'll go and research. I will go and Google. I will go and do this. I will go and do that.
I
Right?
understand.
And
yeah.
the reason why rallies are not held in the north is because of the turnout. People in the north don't go to rallies.
I don't need a rally in the north.
You see? But then why are you asking why don't they have rallies in the north
Okay,
then?
so-
like, I don't get it. Like, you say that
This
you complain about the fact that they don't have rallies in the north, and then you say that no, but I don't need to go to a rally. But dude, the fact is that they're having rallies for the masses, because that's where the masses are going to be coming through too. That's where you will get a large majority of people who are going to come out and want to hear what you have to say. In the North, people don't go to these things. People don't even go to town meetings. I'm not getting town.
You are getting warmed up.
I'm just always excited.
And all I did was
wrong.
ask some questions.
No, but I don't understand the question,
And the reason I'm asking these, what don't you understand?
You ask a question and then you're saying, yeah, but I'm not going to go. But then why ask the question then if you're not going to go?
Did I ask for a Northern rally?
I'm not listening. You guys are just going back and forth.
No, but I don't.
I'm
because I don't
willing to
understand.
cut this conversation.
You're complaining already that no,
Because I
we're
found
not getting
what I was
information. They're not focusing on us. They're not telling us anything. Cool. So I explained to you that they're doing things.
And I fully understand as to
and then
why
you're saying,
the
oh, okay, but
focus
they don't
is.
come through to me. And I'm like, yeah, they don't come through to you because of the fact that they're focusing on their target market. They're not going to do it this side because you guys don't come. It's like, yeah, obviously, I won't go to a rally. But then it's like, but then why did we even go through all of this if you're going to come back and say that no, you're not going to go to a rally anyway? Why even us ask why the information is not marketed?
No, what was my question to you?
Your question to me.
You missed my question.
No, I didn't miss your
Yeah,
question.
you
I'm going
did.
to answer your question. You asked me, do you want me to answer?
What's my
or-
question?
Your question was why is it that information is not relayed and marketed to you guys who stay, the educated few, who stay within the
You
North?
still haven't answered my question because it still doesn't tell me how you are trying to get the information to me, whether or not it's your importance to do it, whether or not it's your priority to do it, whether or not you are the most important, whether or not I'm the most important demographic is not
on, man.
important. All I was trying to put out and state out there is that the information is not given. Finish.
The information is given though.
So-
you can't say that the information is not given when the information is available. The information, you can't be over it. Nobody won anything.
Everybody,
No,
he wins.
Okay.
And what he has to say,
Okay.
no, he wins. Thank you. We're done.
Lucette,
ANC,
you don't.
no,
No, Lucette. You see, this is why I can't have political conversations. Now you are bored of me. Now
So
you're
this
bored.
is-
You see what happens. You see what happens.
No.
This is the
why we
kind.
bring these
This
topics
is
up.
the kind of things that I realize that we can't have these conversations because as soon as you have these conversations and we go back and forth, okay, you win.
There's always a retort.
You don't have to now walk away now and sulk.
No,
we can
we
still
can
have the
think.
conversation. I was
We can
asking that why is it that if you're going to complain about it, information not being marketed to you, and then still turn around and say, yeah, but I'm not going to
gonna
go to
show
the
up.
rallies, then why even complain about the fact that the information is not being relayed to you? The reason why these guys, they are specific, it's marketing. You have to understand why you do direct marketing. You market to a specific demographic because you know that you're going to get the best possible result out of marketing to these guys. You are not going to market to these people because they're not going to come show up to your rallies, right? They're not going to be doing anything. All they're going to do is that they're going to sit there and complain and complain and complain and then go online and tweet about it. And that's it.
You know
The
what I
masses
find-
will go out, the masses will support you, the masses will go vote for you, the masses will do everything possible. The small minority of the people who's educated, and that's another thing as well. Why you don't, in essence, why the marketing, or rather, the marketing towards the educated few, right? Why it's so minimal is because, number one, you're too overly opinionated. You've got an opinion about everything. You're going to complain about everything. You're not willing to even hear what these guys have to say because you're ready to ask another question even before you even listen to what this person has to say.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's okay to do. You're okay to ask questions because
Yes, which
you
is
want to
great.
know. But this is what I found extremely interesting.
We're not willing to listen.
So when I searched the manifestos, most of it brings me back. So if you search ANC manifesto, you end up on politicsweb.co.za. It's very difficult to find it on the ANC website, like on their websites on their own. EFF, same, takes you to politicsweb.co.za.
They got a nice little infographic as well, actually.
They've got a few. And funny enough, the DA, and this is actually where this comes down to in terms of what you were saying, which I kind of now, I get, right? So the DA's manifesto, you can find it on their websites, and they've now put it in, they've even put it in like sections, you know what I mean? Like you assist legitimate refugees and asylum seekers. They've got all these things, and then you can go read the entirety of it. What I find interesting is that they have it on their website. Why? Because they know that their supporters and the people that they are campaigning towards are savvy. They are technologically savvy. They're probably going to go on their websites and search this stuff. And if not, they're going to complain that you don't have your shit on their website.
You know what I mean? Like, understand your marketing. Who you're marketing
Yeah,
to.
and I mean,
like the DA know that the people
are going to do that.
They're
The
gonna-
ANC and
They're not gonna
DFF
waste
are
their
like,
time on
no,
that.
they're not going to come onto our website.
like the information is there. But
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere there. But
You can find
You're
it.
not going to go out your way.
We are not going to put it. We're not going to now build a specific page or landing page for you to go and read our manifesto. We're just not going to do that.
And that's the thing, though.
For you.
Even when you go into the DA website, it looks dope.
No, this
It looks nice.
Bro,
like
this is designed.
Everything is perfect.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
everything is
bro.
there. You can just click on the tiles.
It's literally
like,
telling
okay,
you
cool.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's literally telling you they've broken down. So the way everybody else has done it is, points. They're like, here are tiles that you can look at, and this is what we're talking about. Whether or not you agree with any of these things, and that's the other thing about this whole situation, right? Whether or not you agree is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. The whole thing is the information there for you?
The information is
Can
there.
you actually access the information? And for me, that was the most important thing, is because I drive around here and I look at the DA stuff, right? And you see things like corruption. What is it? Corruptionless police or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what does that mean? What does it mean when you say that?
Because-
Honest and fair policing, that's what it is. What is honest and fair policing? And the thing is that you told the SAPS and Metro that you guys are going to be doing this honest and fair policing thing. Because you may now be cutting into these niggas' flipping bribery money.
And that's another thing that, like, it's always interesting about, like, the one-liners.
Yeah.
DA has so many one-liners.
They're hectic.
But I don't understand what, like, it's their one-liners seem like they're simple.
Yes. No, it's a simple thing.
But
you should understand.
But
you understand
how
it.
you are going to implement that?
I don't know. It doesn't.
And I don't. And I'm not even hearing it in even when you're communicating
speaking.
anything. Like I know when I'm hearing the EFF.
You hear about land.
You hear what they're going to try and do.
Yes. We understand.
We know the process that they want. ANC, you hear the process of what they want to do and the process of how they're going to implement that. IFP will talk about what they want to do and tell you, like, dude,
Guys, we
even
said
during
this. This is it. Let me explain it to you more.
It's so crazy. Even the Freedom Front Plus is more descriptive.
Bro, even the
than
Dacha
It's so
party,
true.
the Dacha party is clearer. We want to legalize marijuana.
That's all it is.
That is our manifesto, my nigga.
And then we'll work from there.
What
If everyone is high.
That is so true. Actually, DA, have you guys actually given us just one? I mean, like
Out of all
over
your
all these
one-liners.
years, just one thing, one task that you would like to take on and say, we are championing this, we are going.
How's this?
I think if DA had to do that, like even once over all these years, they might
You
actually get
more
the
votes. You'll get a little bit more.
Do what the
votes.
EFF says in one of the manifestos. The EFF government will connect all schools to high-speed fiber by 2023.
High speed
Beautiful.
fiber.
Straightforward,
Meaning-
simple. I don't understand
They
what
are
I'm trying to
already-
ask you. I don't have to ask
They
questions.
are already
So how you gonna
telling
do this?
you,
What do you
I'm
mean?
getting you education.
Hey.
In
I'm hitting
all, I'm
education.
hitting education. I'm giving you information to kids all around South Africa.
The
That's what
EFF
you're telling.
will integrate the use of technology across the curriculum and into teaching methods
see?
by 2023.
You see?
These guys got it, bro.
You see?
Their focus, they are telling you, is educating.
Science and technology. But what did they do? They nailed education like this. So all you're looking at is you're going, oh shit, these guys are about to do this education thing like a
they're going to
motherfucker.
focus on education.
Oh, okay, so
Like,
we're going to be educated
how's-
when we're done.
when we go and read about the ANC, they got infographics. They're telling you what they're going to do about
Electricity,
electricity and water, housing, education.
Right.
When you go to the DA website,
What's there?
it's tiles.
It's more.
Eliminate corruption and bribes in
fight corruption.
in
Okay, wait,
SAPS.
there's a more. Wait.
Oh, yeah, no, go back.
No, you
Wait.
can click to read in full.
I'm not going to read the whole.
No, the problem is there's too many pictures of
How are we
nothing.
eliminating
bro.
corruption,
Like,
though?
why do I need to look
No,
at Lucy?
the DA
DA's
value. Now they're telling you about the DA. Dude, I don't want to know about your values.
What are you going to do for
Our
me?
vision for government. I have now got to go through 7
So
pages
basically,
first.
DA's biggest fight claim is that they're going to eliminate corruption.
Economic growth and jobs now. Economic
What do you mean
policy.
now? Like, what's now?
What's now?
What's the time period of now?
Okay.
How do
wait.
we hold you accountable to now?
Okay, guys, I'm trying to look here. Okay?
Like, you get
Look
voted
at the
in
thing.
and then we're
You
like,
see what-
done.
This is just way too much.
No,
coffee, bro.
EFF at least said by 2023. They're giving you something to
Because
say
they
if by
know you're not gonna be paying
2023.
attention.
If by 2023 it's not done,
Nah, guys.
Then we can ask
we
questions.
can come and ask questions. Before then, don't come in 2022 because we
The
said
problem,
23.
the problem with the DA and how they've done this thing,
Nah,
they've done this
guys,
thing of pushing a document that we want you to go and sit and read
What do you
and be in
mean,
awe
means?
on how well we've written this thing for
man,
you.
no, dog. This is too much. Dog, you don't even... land reform for jobs, justice, and growth. Dog, I can't do this. This is
written paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. EFF
and
said
pictures.
this time.
Hey, Brad, EFF will deal decisively with the culture of artists paying bribes to radio DJs. Oh my God, they're gonna stop payola. They're gonna stop payola, meeps. Listen to what these guys want to do for the people. Let's vote EFF.
No, but anyway.
DJs, go vote EFF.
So you guys, like, the thing is that at the same time, I'm not sitting here trying to bash anyone.
No.
The problem about the EFF as well, that the EFF always keeps getting wrong as well, is that the members, number one, it's a lot of promises.
Yo.
It's a lot of promises.
Pick like
right?
6.
Number two, EFF members have gotten to a point where they feel as though they're a law unto themselves.
They govern themselves.
That's the unfortunate part, right? There are ways to protest, and
there are ways to not.
And there are ways to not protest. And sometimes the way that the EFF does things,
Take it a bit too far.
yes, it's
sometimes.
way too far. Even with the thing that's happening now in Alex as well, a lot of the guys said no, but the EFF president said when we find them, we must take it. You see,
guys.
but you see now there's that thing as well,
Come, guys.
and as well as the fact that with the ANC, mass corruption.
Right.
You guys can't even get like you guys. The problem with the ANC, and I've said this to my cousin as well, right? My cousin works in local government.
Okay.
And we talk about these things. I'm like, the problem about the ANC is that even with all the good things that you have done, you are doing so many
much
things
bad.
wrong
Yeah.
that I can't even look at the good things that you are
Right.
doing.
It makes it difficult.
It makes it so hard. It's like, no, but you can't say the ANC and then say government. Maybe there's certain government. I'm like, dude, the problem is that the governing party
Is ANC.
has done. You can't even focus on any good that they've done because they've done so many things that are bad.
Yes,
and that's the problem. It doesn't mean that ANC, EFF, or DA is any
all
better.
of a sudden now better,
You know what I mean? It just says that, guys, there's so many problems, but the problem is that, like, even when we come back to the whole advertising, the ANC knows that if they go to the hood, they've got a better chance of getting the votes than going to the burbs.
For sure.
EFF knows. DA
How
knows.
DA doesn't know
I
that.
don't
DA
understand.
no,
They've been
because of-
around for so damn long.
No, because black people won't vote for DA. That's just it.
So
Rather, let me say this: a large majority of black South Africans will not
So
vote for
you
the
saying
DA.
that they know that they cannot change the narrative that the DA is going to take South Africa back
No.
to apartheid? Is that what you?
No. The problem is that, and I'm not saying the ANC is doing this, please, but I can guarantee you, there's people who are still pushing that narrative that don't vote for DA
Yeah.
because they'll
It's
take us
white.
back to government.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not even that it's white.
Oh,
They're going to
it's
take
back
us back
to-
to government.
Oh, take us back to
apartheid.
apartheid.
Yeah. There's people who still push that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
They drop it
all you
like-
gotta do is
And
just-
imagine, is all
you
you
know-
got to do is drop that little fish in the location,
The
and
problem-
it's done.
Yeah, you said it. You tell one person.
One
that,
rally.
But the problem,
100 people
the
find
problem
out.
with the
Yeah.
DA is that, dude, just by putting up a couple of black faces in front there,
doesn't
give
make us-
you
doesn't
contact.
take away the fact that we know
Doesn't
Helen
give
is
you
the one who does
protest
everything.
status,
When I sit back and I look at your
That doesn't change that you guys are the national
your
party.
executive, when I look at your executive, like a lot of you are either white
Former NF
or
MP.
male,
Yeah,
or
former
white male.
MP.
There's a small amount of people who are female, and the white females are they don't even have the fucking qualifications.
Bro,
Oh my
and there's some
God.
people- no,
Natasha
but
Mazzoni doesn't even have a degree.
There's some people that are still that are former National Party members.
Yes.
Okay,
You know what I
well,
mean?
look, you
So
know, that one I'm not,
what I
you
mean-
know.
No, I know, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is drawing those things out of your party
It's a problem.
is essential.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
How do you go
we're
into
looking-
trying to promote a new government,
With
but
old
yet
government
you got
niggas?
old government niggas? Those guys have old government mind. I
can't tell
don't
me that
care
they're gonna
whether they were
change.
the forward-thinking guys in those days.
the head of education.
They are still not looking at things the way it should be in today's world.
Yeah,
That's a
I agree.
guarantee.
Guys,
It's a guarantee.
Even to an extent where even looking at the ANC as well.
Old school.
How is it
Also.
that people who are retiring are the ones that are making decisions?
Thank
for
you.
the
It
future
doesn't make
for
sense.
us? The
How
people
the old
who are
school?
close to retirement.
Why
Not
don't we
the
have
new guys,
young-
the old school are
Why do
making
you think
decisions.
that more young people aren't entering politics in terms of like
Because-
being political figures? would you
Because the
say?
gatekeepers are not getting them, are not letting
Getting them in, yeah.
Okay, so we
It
still- we
belongs
still
still to
holding
the
it.
old world. I agree. I actually
And that's how
feel,
all politics is all
Guys,
across the world.
I actually have
Like,
a question though. Don't
yes.
you feel though, in general, that especially in South Africa, for the past few years, there is a few industries that are literally for the old club? And when I say the old club, I would say the old boys club because in those days it was mostly men.
But it is
but
still the old
no,
boys
because there
club.
are still some women
Still is.
in power. So if you say that, I'm literally
No, we lying to those
But the
women
thing
are
is,
there.
though, those women, I agree that you are also part of the old.
They're
You're
like-
part of the problem.
they're like
I
this
no,
much.
but I believe
Yeah.
that those women that are there are part of the problem. I don't believe that they are part of what is going to change
Part-
the
they're
system.
part of the boys club.
Yeah, they're part of the old boys club.
True.
But like, do you not feel that there are just too many, still too many professions, important professions in this country?
Yeah, globally.
that are still too much in the boys club.
I think
There is
globally,
there's no puncture, there's no enough involvement for youth for us to even learn or get a taste of what's really going on.
Yep.
No, but that's what it is. Like, it's funny how, and I hate the fact that this happened.
Yeah.
I stopped at a filling station,
Yeah.
and the filling attendant was a woman, right?
Uh-huh.
So I tell her to fill up, cool, and like fill up the tank, cool.
Right.
And while she's filling it up, cool, but like she just seems so slow in like what she's like. It doesn't seem like she knows what she's doing.
Right.
And I hate the fact I even
Thought
thought
that.
this.
Right.
That I didn't even want her to check my tires.
Because you were like, does
You know
she
what
know
you're
what
doing.
she's doing?
Yeah, I don't want her to check my tires or check the water and oil.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
And
It's a conditioning
it's a
thing.
condition. It's
It
not,
is a
it's not-
conditioning
it's a
thing.
hate conditioning thing.
It's
And,
not a-
and,
it's-
and the sad part is that
you
look,
know-
it's not to say women can't do
No,
certain
no, but
things.
the worst part is some people and some women, especially these, as you were saying earlier, the strong black women in Joburg will tell you, you see, you are the reason that we... No, but it's not trying to hold women back. It's just the conception that we have. And also, if I'm looking at her, the thing is that
Fact is,
that was
I
the
think
issue,
what
right?
they get
You look
wrong
at
is
the
that
way
the
she was
fact that-
moving.
Yeah, like
I think, yeah, and I think your issue was the fact that she's not giving you like service in
I don't trust
efficient
you.
time.
Like I know the dudes when they're doing it, like while they're pumping here,
They're
they're
busy,
checking this,
yes, yes.
they're cleaning the windows.
Nah, I hear you.
I'm like,
These guys all...
and it's only one guy.
Yeah.
Like, but
I
that's
hear
like
you.
the unfortunate part is that we need to also learn.
That they're gonna take time to learn how to do
Exactly,
those jobs.
exactly.
You know, like
They
even
need
the
to
other
get
day,
the
I actually
opportunity.
felt really proud. The other day, I was stopped at a petrol station, and a truck comes, puts petrol, but the driver gets out, and it was a woman.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
dope!
dope.
That is
That's
so cool.
I actually like to see more Uber drive, like female Uber drivers.
I've
Like,
actually
know,
met a
it's-
few.
so I
I've met a
think-
few, and I
so-
actually think, guys, if we get some more female Uber drivers on the road, you know,
I
like the
think women
test.
would feel safer.
So
Yes.
So I'm
Like
hearing.
women-
So I
women
hear,
would be
I don't
more
know,
protected.
What I hear as well is that a lot of female drivers,
Right.
like there's not a lot. It's just because of the problem with the rape culture in South Africa.
see?
man. And that's
Chances are
that's
it's
the thing.
not safe
had-
for them.
I had
Yeah,
a
so you
female.
say now
I had a
they're gonna
female.
turn her-
I had a female Uber driver, and she was. Hey, Jack looks like an iPhone. With the notch.
Racist comments, so yeah, no.
So weird.
What do you mean racist comment? It's not racist comment, bro.
What did he say?
You look like an
I
iPhone.
said you look like an iPhone with the notch.
Yeah. If only you had hair, then I could have said
Hey, bro, that's fine. I ain't got no notches. Ain't got nothing. My screen to body ratio is perfect.
Ew, this guy. This guy.
Feels good.
Yeah. So anyway, we argued. Also, guys, please don't think that when me and Lucette and everyone we argue
don't
like
hate
this,
each other,
We don't hate
guys.
each other. We like it's
This is how you conversate.
yeah.
But this is also how we get people talking.
Exactly.
And this is how you
Because
learn.
like I can.
Think about what we're talking
I'm pretty sure someone's gonna have the same type of argument with one of their friends, and I guess you guys
gotta
have always
figure-
gotta understand. You gotta come back to the fact that look, we're not arguing, we're not fighting.
You gotta figure it out.
But yeah, we've been talking quite a bit about this. So anyway, go out, read the manifestos.
Yes.
Go to the rallies. There's
Politicsweb.co.za for ANC, EFF. I'm guessing for IFP, FF Plus. They'll all be there.
They're probably all in there.
Yeah, and then DA, you can go and look at their fancy websites on their thing. They're killing it. Yeah, that's a shape up. That's a shape up, bro. I will take that shape up.
That's why.
Dog, this new joke, that new joke is killing me. Bro, if somebody did that to my kid,
I'll be angry.
nah, you're getting hands.
I'll be
See,
angry.
who did that?
So guys, 8th
Yeah.
of May. I don't know. Wait, just
8th
check
of May.
that.
Yeah, it's
Will
8th
we?
of May.
No. I want to see if we'll have a show before then.
Yes, we will.
Oh.
will.
We gonna have a show before.
Yeah, so
Guys, go
out
read
and
up,
vote.
man. We're gonna read up as well.
I know some people didn't register to vote because they're not sure, who to vote for.
Don't you
the
stay
problem is-
registered?
No, you still got to register to vote.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if you stay registered or not, but you got to update your details.
You gotta just check.
You
You
got to
gotta
check and
always
make
check.
sure. Because what if you're just removed from the voters roll? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not.
You could be removed from the voters roll because you don't check.
Yeah,
Because you
I've also
stayed
been-
registered and you just don't vote. You
I've
know
also
what I
been
mean?
hearing a lot about that whole, I don't know who I'm gonna vote, so I'm not gonna vote at all, and
You
whatever.
kind of waste.
whatever.
Then you
know what happens?
You're also the same type of people that can't complain about the direction of the country.
Don't
you can't
complain.
say you can't say that yeah, my one vote doesn't make a difference. It
does.
actually does.
It makes a big difference.
Like as much as I'll clown the DA and whatnot and say that no, you only you're marketed to a small few.
Could be a one vote.
Those one or two votes.
That's how Herman Mashaba got. That's how they got Gauteng.
Yeah,
That's how they got. It was.
They went in with EFF as well. It was neck and neck. It was neck and neck. And
ANC was surprised that they
yeah,
lost. They were like,
and EFF were the kingmakers. They were like, nah, we'll help you guys.
We'll crown you, and they
But
pushed
I
it that.
can
that
guarantee you
direction.
this much though: DA is going to lose votes.
DA has lost votes.
ANC is going to lose votes, but not significant, not as significant,
The white
significant as the DA will.
The white votes is definitely.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's diminishing.
there's a lot of
It's
white
diminishing.
vote that's going towards the ANC.
I think no, I wouldn't say a lot of white vote going to the ANC. I know the white vote is going to diminish
In the DA?
tremendously from the DA.
Massively.
Tremendously from the DA.
Massively.
EFF is going to pick up tremendously.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Because
Like,
it was a
all
brilliant
those-
rebrand. Means
all the people who hate, like all black people who hate, not hate, but
Dislike.
are delusion, like are not delusional,
disrespectful.
but don't have lost faith in in ANC. Are probably gonna go EFF, and that's what EFF is banking on.
Would you? And please don't. I don't even know what your response will be to this question.
I'm voting Dahapa.
But would you be down for a debate between the leaders? They all come together, like a town hall type of thing. They all come together. People can ask, people can't ask questions. There's a list of questions that's already been put forward. And there's somebody, so let's just say it's Reddy Klabi who's hosting this town hall.
I don't want to read it.
Okay, it's just the only first name that came to my head, okay?
I don't want to host it.
Fine, Neeps, you can host it. God damn it. And they have a thing of a set of questions
Justin
that they need
Mala.
to answer. And
I wouldn't care much for it.
oh, really?
Yeah, not in South Africa. I don't think we care that much like that.
Interesting.
Like America, yes, because the crazy thing is that in America, yes, because of the fact that you vote for the person, not the party.
More, yes. Yes.
In South Africa, we vote for the party.
Party.
The party elects the
Because we
president.
hold the party accountable.
Yes.
Because we voted for you guys.
We vote-
You
yeah.
guys told us that this is the guy.
This is the guy. So if the guy's not doing well,
It's
we're gonna hold you
on
accountable,
you guys.
not the guy.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. It's you.
You guys couldn't- you guys
put the right
couldn't
guy
lead
there.
him.
Yeah, you guys put the right guy there.
Like Jacob.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's weird. They're trying to. Jacob's done. I'm loving the Jacob rebrand.
Hey man,
I'm
loving
That-
the retired Jacobs.
That's
He's fun. It looks like he's enjoying.
That is better than Kanye.
He's living his best life.
Best life, bro.
Best
That-
life.
that-
Guys on jet skis.
That guy's there out in wherever he was at the Cohiba, the Cohiba house.
Cigars and shit.
Jacob was on a jet ski.
I kind of miss him.
I miss his speeches. It'll be a vibe
I
right
kind of
now.
miss him. Like he was a happy president.
He was, yeah.
He was a happy president.
Regardless
Like
of all this
shit was
he
going
did.
down, and
And
this
he was
nigga-
smiling.
Now that's what you need with a president. You need a president
Country's
who,
burning.
when shit, like, hey
Guys,
man, hey.
Live your best life.